The latest news happening here in the country and across our neighboring borders. And we start right here in Nairobi, where the East Africa Social Business Forum kicks off this morning with, among other agendas on the table, looking at how to nurture a culture of youth entrepreneurship in the East Africa and transition to green economy. This forum is an initiative of the Nobel Peace Laureate Professor Muhammad Yunus, and our very own Noah Kip-Kemboy is attending. Let's cross over live and listen in.
YY Foundation, Dutch Postcode Lottery, and Aspen Network for Development Entrepreneurs for making this forum possible. I want to thank all the speakers for their contributions and the participants traveling from across borders to make this event a success. Last but not least, I want to give a special thanks to the organizing team, Yunus Center, my colleague Shihab and Zinat, YY Venture, Shazib and his team, and the Friends of Social Business for their endless hard work and dedication to make the forum possible. We are deeply grateful for all of your support and commitment to creating a better future for us all. Thank you also to Professor Muhammad Yunus, whose vision and indefatigable hard work brings us together and inspires us all. Thank you for joining us today, and hope you have a great day of learning, sharing, and experiencing. And to quote Hans's favorite social business principle, do it with joy. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lamia. Thank you, Lamia, for your great words. I'm very inspired being a social entrepreneur and having some interaction with the Yunus Center. It's a pleasure to have you here. And also, we are very grateful for your tireless work in creating a world where people are adapting social businesses as, a choice of, career. And this is also very exciting because here in Kenya, everyone is an entrepreneur. We call them side hustles. So whether you're employed or, you do other things, everybody owns one and above businesses. So that's a very good sign. So I'm super excited to introduce our next speaker. Him and his team made this forum possible. He works very passionately to empower Kenyan youths, and he brings together little pieces of the puzzle that are necessary for creating a sustainable future and bring about social transformation. So let's give a warm welcome to Brother Dr. Jonas Yawovi. One thing, he's the Director Institute for Social Transformation here at Tangaza. So welcome.
Wow. To our keynote speaker, Professor Muhammad Yunus, Father Dr. Leo Mwendwa, our acting VC, to Ms. Lamia Moshad, the Executive Director of Yunus Center, Mr. Hans, always energetic, co-founder of and CEO of Grameen Creative Lab, Mr. Shazib, my friend, and founder of and Managing Director of YY Venture, Christina Jaga, also co-founder of and Managing Director of Yunus Environmental Hub, members of the Yunus family in East Africa and Africa and from other parts of the world, participants, guests, good morning. Really excited to be here this morning. We are gathered here because we believe and we are committed to this continent, Africa, beautiful continent. And we are coming from different sectors across the different sectors. And we are coming to celebrate. I heard that word yesterday. Okay? To celebrate the amazing work that we are doing in the Yunus family. And then you can see, you will hear so many Grameen Bank, the Environmental Hub, all this. So It's a beautiful family. And we also gathered here to learn from each other and to get re-energized for the work that we have to do for this continent. For me, the theme that is chosen for this gathering is very important for Tangaza University College for the simple fact that, first, we are an academic institution. And as an academic institution, we work primarily with the young people to unlock their potential. I think Father Leo mentioned that. Again, I also believe that we are in a privileged space to influence the next generation of people who can transform this continent. And we have the tool in our hand. The tool is education. It's the most powerful tool you can have to transform this world. And the third point for me is at Tangaza, we really believe in the social transformation of this continent. And the future of this continent depends on our young people. And they have all it takes to be able to provide solution for this, to the problems of this continent. You know, it's true that there are many problems on this continent. That's true. Okay? You go everywhere, you find problems. But one thing that I don't understand, why we have so many problems on this continent and we still talk about unemployment. So there is something that is not working, something wrong. So the fact that we are talking about unemployment where we are surrounded by problems is not normal. I think we need to know that it's not normal. Then there is something wrong with what we do. Sometimes I ask myself, as an educator, are we part of the problem? Are we offloading into the society people who are not prepared? If that is what we are doing, then we are part of the problem. It's a concern for me. So we really, any serious academic institutions today should be thinking of what we are producing and if we are part of the problem or we are part of the solution. But I believe that our gathering here is that we want to stress that we are part of the solution. And we want to crack the code of unlocking young people's potential for entrepreneurship. The message that we want to send here is possible that we unleash this power of young people. That is why, for us, the Union Social Business Center is important. It's important. Collaboration is very important for us to be part of this movement. And it's my strong belief that we have on this continent young people who are creative, ingenious. But the problem is that most of the time, this ingenuity of young people is caged. It's caged. Sometimes education contributes to cage this ingenuity of young people. So that is what we want to do. We want to free that spirit of creativity, innovation in our young people. And by doing that, we should be able to create a critical mass of social innovators who are actually tackling problems. But that requires a radical change in what we are doing in our academic institution. Union Social Business Centers are proposing, giving us a model to follow. For me, I fully believe in the vision of zero unemployment of Professor Yunus. This is why Tangaza became part of this global movement. Our contribution to this vision is to ensure that students graduate not only with degrees, but they graduate with an innovation, with a social business. That is what we are doing in what we call Tangaza Union Social Business Center. We call it specifically Social Innovation Sandbox, because it's a sandbox, a place for people to experiment and learn and create. Okay, that's what we are doing. It's our concrete contribution to this world of zero unemployment. So under the same umbrella of Tangaza Union Social Business Center, we have what we call Laudato Si 3.0 Club. And it's a very interesting combination. We draw inspiration from the Pope for his encyclical letter, and we draw inspiration from Professor Yunus for his ideal of the 3.0 Club. And for us, it was interesting because I know Professor Yunus and the Pope are friends, and they work together. So we combine both of them, and what we are doing, and it's one of the very active environmental group within the college, and then under, again, this umbrella. So we seek really to create students who are innovators. And to do that, we also have to think about educators who are innovators. I think for the organizers and the people present in this room, we might be thinking our next conference, instead of unleashing the power, of young people for entrepreneurship, we need another conference on unlocking the potential of educators for innovating education. Maybe that could be our challenge. So I believe that our gathering here is part of writing a new narrative of Africa, a positive one. I want to finish by inviting you to imagine for a moment a society where every student gets out from university with an innovation, with a social business, with a concrete solution to a problem. Just imagine that. I think we will realize the world of zero unemployment. Something that inspired me. Last time in the Global Social Business Forum, Professor Yunus said, when he started the Grameen Bank, everybody was telling him it's not possible. So he said, when they tell you it's not possible, work to make it possible. So we are going to work to make the world of zero unemployment possible. And Tangaza is committed to that. Thank you.
One more clap. Thank you very much, Brother Jonas. Very, very inspiring. You're either part of the problem or part of the solution. You choose. You're either part of the problem or the solution. Entrepreneurship. Is it easy? Well, are entrepreneurs born or made? How many say born? Put your hand up nicely. How many say born? Okay, how many say made? Oh, interesting, interesting. How many say sorry, 10 years ago, if you had told me I would be an entrepreneur, I would have told you, impossible, impossible.
All right, and that's the East Africa Social Business Forum that's ongoing right here in Nairobi. We shall be getting more details on what stakeholders say from our reporter, Noah Kipkemboy, who is on that beat. We take a fast commercial break. Don't go too far.